Okay, it is apparent that this is brand new pipe that the new company just stuck in. And this is where they tied in, so they should be fixing this leak. Okay, it is apparent that this leak is leaking, and to fix it, you're gonna have to drain it down, and to me, it looks like the Vic isn't on right. Look at that. So the Vic is not on right. They need to come up and redo this. You can see that this Vic is not on right. So I'm not touching it. Okay, it is apparent I'm at this undisclosed location, and I tried to use a repair clamp there and it would not repair. So my second option is to cut this piece out with this in the air groover. So I got to cut that and groove it. So there you go. There's my groover right there. So let's cut it, take this piece out and groove a new piece. Oh, it's always something. Okay, I cut and grooved this piece of pipe. Oh, I didn't groove it yet. I just cut it. But you can see that there's some junk inside of it. And yeah, the problem I have with this one is, you see that groove right there? It's starting to get eat away a little bit. All right, you see it? Okay. So we're gonna groove this with that groover. Okay, I got my groove. Now I'll take my little groove tape and I'll check the depth of that. Looks like it needs to go a little deeper. So I'm gonna go one more round. Yeah, that needs to go just probably one more. Let's go a little deeper. That's what she said. So there's that piece with the repair clamp that would not hold. So what I ended up doing was cutting a new 3-footer and going and getting a couple new Vicks. So we're going to turn on the water right now and do a little prayer. God, you blessed us with so much. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll still be okay. Thank you, Lord. A long way down. Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Yes, I just did repair that. So now we're going to go turn the water all the way on. We've already turned the water on. So now I feel good about this. So let's get our little angle here. Let's see if you can you just sit right there for a minute and not say anything? All right, here we go. We're opening this back up. And you'll see that goes from shut to open. That's right. Wall mounted control valve, PIV. Well, some people call it an OS&Y, outside stem and yoke, but I've been told that this is a wall mounted post indicator valve, not an outside stem and yoke. All right, we got that. We're going to go ahead and lock it up and have a little faith in our work. Lord, you've blessed us so much. So let's go ahead and lock this up. That could use a little oil. I'll just hide it. Okay, let's go inside and check our work. Gotta crawl underneath that door. Security purposes. Oh. Ouch, ouch, my knees. 1, 4, 3, almost. All right, let's check the pressure here. Always peg your flow switch. Just unclip it here. God, there's your flow switch all pegged. So we'll unpeg that. Here's how much pounds we got. 50, 60 pounds on the bottom, 62 on the top. And I hear like, psh, but it's the machinery over there. It scares me. So there's where my leak was, right where that lift is. Genie Z34/22. All right, so here's where the moment of truth. A lot of times other stuff starts leaking. All right, the ground always tells. I don't see anything. If there's any water, that's from this. So let's go ahead and turn on the EO flashlight and do the zoom in. Of course, I'll get back up there in a minute, but I don't see anything there. There's one new Vic, and there's the other new Vic. Whoa. It's pretty zoomed, isn't it? 2.5 inch pipe. All right. I love it. I don't even think I need to get back up there anymore. The ground tells if it's leaking, so maybe I'll take a trip up there and show you. We might as well make sure it's good. All right, let's hop in here, turn this on, put your foot in here, push this up. Always look around, see what you're filming. Make sure you don't hit any of these lights. So we're gonna go ahead and go all the way up with this one. That's the back arm. Now we're gonna go up with this one. That's the front arm. And we gotta be careful with that electricity. Right there, stop. And then we can move this out. Oh, look at that. That's why you wanna pay attention. Go down, now out. Now up. Always look around, make sure you don't hit a light. All right. We made it up to the top. Now this is what I wanted to take a look at. Remember that Vic was eaten away a little bit. But yeah, it's all dry. We like that. So here's how you always tell if you have a leak. You check your hands. That's right, you run your hands. Because that little shine might trick you in thinking there's a leak, but no, your hands will tell you. There's nothing there. And I'll run my hand here. Nothing there. Look at that. We love it. All right. So if you need any kind of foam work, this is where you get it. Whatever color you want, we got it. Okay, let's get down. 1 2.5 inch by 3 foot repair complete. And it wasn't easy. Boy, I like those repair clamps, but it wouldn't work on this one. Let me go show you why. All right, let's go down. Going down. Yeah, so what I found out today is if there's a lot of rust on that pipe, a repair clamp won't work. All right, so just remember that. A repair clamp won't work unless there's rust. Okay, we got those two. Now we're doing this one, and now we'll be down. And we are done. But let me show you this pipe before I go. Always click that off. Okay. Now I can breathe. Believe it or not, I've been holding my breath for the last 3 hours because I didn't have the material. I had to run over to the shop and get the material, and hopefully the material was there. So, yeah, it's always something. Let's go ahead and unpeg that flow switch. Where would you like to sit? Right there? Okay, you can sit right there then. Where do you want to sit? Okay, you can sit right there on that electrical box. That'll work. There you go. You like to sit right there, don't you? Okay. And I'm standing on that. You see that? That's an old pipe stand. There's the pipe stand. Okay, I'm going to stand on that and unpeg the flow switch. Get my setting tool. Unpeg flow switch. Put the cover back on. Doesn't need to be tight. back on. All right, float tank is unplugged. Let me show you what's going on here. This is the pipe I just cut out. And you can see that's where the leak was. Look at that. You see that? That was bad. So if you look real hard, you can see that that rust was so rusty that the repair clamp, it would not fit over that. It was kind of bulking out. I even chipped off some rust, but it still would not go. So there you go, one bad leak fixed. All right, let's go put my truck together and call this one done. All right, you want to see me put my truck together? I guess I could show you that. Show you the tools I use to fix it. Yeah, let's call this one in the back. I'm gonna need 2 hands to carry this stuff out, so maybe not. Maybe not. I can do this with 1 hand. I guess I already took all this stuff out. Okay. All right, let's go to incognito mode. I'm gonna walk you out like this. Okay, well, that wind's blowing out here, so I don't think I'm gonna let you see me put this truck back together, but I will let you see the tools that I used to fix this leak just before I end this video. There's that truck all torn apart. So what I needed to fix that leak was a pipe vise and a groover and a cutter. So that's how I fixed that leak today. And 2 Vicks and a piece of pipe. All right, well, there you go. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these leak fixing adventures. Yeah, I probably should have had the GoPro on, but I'm always so unsure of myself. And I didn't think I would film anything today, but I missed a good opportunity to film and show you, but oh well. It's one of those videos. You just get to see the aftermath. All right. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these leak fixing adventures. Didn't I already say that? Yes, I did. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah, if you blink, this place changes. They're building a whole new complex here. That used to be a field. Now it's a construction site. All right. Wind. I don't like it.